Hey guys, welcome to another ARMA 3 video. In this one I'll be reviewing a combination of TPWMODS, which is a kind of ARMA 3 version of TPWCAS, which was the suppression system that I loved in ARMA 2, as well as TPWLOS, or line of sight. Now both of those mods are kind of universally known as being essential for realistic combat, realistic sighting distances for the enemy AI as well as friendlies, as well as realistic reactions to suppressive fire. And those were two keystones of the Wolfpack mod AI. Subsequently, I've dropped the Wolfpack mod AI, and the reason is that it's just time to move on. And I was also getting some errors with the rifle shot. So if I went single shot here, there was something causing a conflict, and it would slow down the recoil, and it just wasn't working out. So anyway, you know, most of these mods have been improved. GL4 is now GL5. TPWCAS and OS are now TPWMODS. TPWMODS, if you noticed in the last video, it includes a HUD system, which I'll never be using, but it adds like an advanced warfare type of thing where you have total situational awareness, and it highlights where the enemies are and things like that. But the cool part is I'm combining that with GL5. Now the GL series, as you guys know, I'm very passionate about. You know, except for the quote-unquote mission breaking, it's just the best simulation of real-life tactics that you can get. It's the only mod that really enables the enemy AI to get out of the kill zone and flank. What I mean by the kill zone is just the kill box, you know, where all the rounds are going. Vanilla ARMA AI will just stay in the kill zone, and I've tested it with ASR. It's the same thing. I've also tested it with FFIS, which is the new one. FFIS does some really cool stuff like animations. The enemies will actually do a sidestep and then go into a crouch position, and they'll also do a they'll also lay down like they're underneath a vehicle, and they'll fire from that position as well. So the animations are good. B-Combat is kind of a mini GL series, and what it does is more of you know, the enemies will be able to deploy smoke and things like that. I didn't notice too much of a change with B-Combat, and the other stipulation is that it is a single player, or at least only advertises a single player mod. Alright, so we got a couple of Humvees. We got a M2 mounted gun, as well as the a grenade launcher on the other end there. So just trying to bring the best of both worlds with you know, TPW suppression and line of sight, with a bunch of stuff disabled. Like I have the all the animal life disabled, a number of other things. TP also adds a lot of ambience, so rain effects, animals, street lamps, lighting at nighttime, random flyovers of aircraft and things like that. Okay, let's see GL4 at work here. Alright, so what happened there is I actually got hit, and TPW has a bleeding out system as well as a fall system. What the fall system does is if you get hit, it's obvious that you got hit, and it'll cause you to fall down. And you know, just because you kind of fall down doesn't mean that you're vitally hit, but it can mean, it just means that it's more obvious that you actually got hit by a round, as opposed to just flinching like they normally do. Like that guy right there. RPG. Alright. And some of these effects can take a toll on your frame rate, so just be cautious of that. Got a chicken there from TPW. You'll see a random aircraft fly overhead. Jeez. And there's also a module in this which adds reinforcements. So the enemy AI are actually able to... Man, that grenade launcher is loud. That it's called the Skirmish. So if you enable the Skirmish mod, you can... The enemy AI can call in reinforcements and things like that, and it just creates a pretty realistic experience. So let's see what's going on in the battlefield. Alright, so the kill zone was kind of in this area, and you can see that the enemy have flanked all the way to the right. I mean, pretty far in our right flank. And normally, even using FFIS, ASR, B Combat, and vanilla, it doesn't really change it dramatically. They'll just stay in the kill zone for the most part. You'll see them take suppressive action, like they'll go on a knee, they'll go prone, they'll crawl around, but nothing like GL, the GL series, to cause a flanking movement like that. So that's really why I love GL4, and I almost want to model future missions on GL4 to make them kind of open-ended, where anything can happen, and not so scripted. I got to do some testing with hostages and things like that, snatch and grab type missions. The last test that I did, we actually had a guy surrender, which was, those are things that GL4 brings to the series. 700 meters. And it's not scripted. I mean, these animals are not. That's actually TP that's doing the animals right there. None of that stuff, is scripted. Here we have a helicopter that's randomly flying overhead. That's a Huey. And that's TP that's creating that. So TP along with some smoke in the distance there. TP along with GL5 just creates a very dynamic combat environment. GL5 creates the realistic infantry movements and realistic tactics, and TP adds just an awesome amount of ambience. Are we getting mortar fire? Oh, jeez. I got a couple of helicopters here. Yep. It might be rocket fire, actually. Anyway, that's a short demonstration of what GL5 along with TP can accomplish. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll see you guys next time.